As Dragon Ball continued as an IP, many characters were created for one-offs, animes, and video games, which made me start thinking, what if Shallot, the main character of Dragon Ball Legends, was part of the main Dragon Ball story? Our story begins with the start of the Saiyan Saga. Goku and Piccolo battle it out with Raditz, both fighting with burning determination. After a hard-fought battle, our heroes come out on top, but not without loss, as it took a sacrifice from Goku to take down the evil Saiyan. Raditz laughs as his life begins to fade, telling the warriors that in 1 year's time, 3 powerful Saiyans will come and avenge him. Shock falls on everyone's face as Raditz finally passes on. Without skipping a beat, Piccolo grabs Gohan, informing everyone present that he will be training him before flying away, leaving the rest of the Z Fighters to prepare for the future battle on their own. With the knowledge of 3 Saiyans whose power surpasses Raditz, everyone pushes their training to the limit, causing the Z Fighters to become even more powerful than they were in the original series. While in the midst of everyone's training, huge power levels make themselves known as they approach Earth. In a rush, the Z Fighters quickly make their way to intercept them. As they touch down on the ground, Nappa is quick to spout that Piccolo is a Namekian, saying that they must have been the one who killed Raditz, calling him a weakling. Vegeta demands that they hand over the Dragon Balls, causing Piccolo to scoff at the idea of giving up so soon, taking a battle stance. As Nappa prepares to engage, the 3rd Saiyan, who's been quiet up till now, speaks up, telling the two that he'll fight first. Nappa begins to argue before being shut down by Vegeta, saying that Shallot would be perfect to test the waters. Shallot steps forward and begins to power up, maxing out at a power level of 3500, causing Piccolo to step forward as well, being the first challenger. In the blink of an eye, both fighters begin to clash, trading blows, neither one of them getting the upper hand. Nappa mocks Shallot, saying that if he can't handle a weakling who lost to Raditz, he's not fit to be a Saiyan. Before they continue any further, Shallot speaks up, telling Piccolo just to give up the Dragon Ball so they can avoid anyone dying. Piccolo is confused by this, as to his knowledge so far Saiyans are bloodthirsty crazies. Shallot then states that, as much as he enjoys fighting, killing when it isn't necessary isn't much of his style. Piccolo grits his teeth before powering up once again, saying that if he doesn't drop the friendly act, he's gonna die. As the pair continue their clash, both Yamcha and Tien attempt to join in before being stopped by Nappa, as the rest of the Z Fighters turn their attention towards him. Shallot's battle is nearing its end, as Piccolo and him begin to tire out. Right as they're about to land the decisive blow, Krillin bellows out for Goku, catching the attention of Vegeta, causing him to call for a recess, allowing for 3 hours to pass for Goku to arrive. Shallot touches down next to 2 Saiyans, attempting to catch his breath, as Nappa picks on him, causing the 2 Saiyans to argue until Vegeta silences the pair. We cut to Piccolo, returning to his side, seeing the bodies of Tien, Yamcha, and Chaozu, before falling to the ground, beaten and battered, realizing how bad things are turning out to be. 3 hours pass with no sign of Goku. Shallot picks himself up ready for battle, before being shut down by Vegeta, saying that he's proven that he couldn't even defeat one of the Earthlings, leaving the rest of them to Nappa. With Piccolo badly damaged and most of the Z Fighters dead, Nappa steamrolls through the last surviving warriors, killing Piccolo with ease and crippling Krillin, before turning his attention to Gohan. Before Nappa could crush the small Saiyan, he was saved by his father Goku. After healing both Krillin and Gohan, Goku turns his attention towards the Saiyans, using his full power to dispatch of Nappa, crippling him. Vegeta, not having room for a Saiyan who can't fight, destroys Nappa to the horror of everyone present. The 2 Saiyans agree to fight away from living things, while Vegeta commands Shallot to finish off Krillin and Gohan. While Goku doesn't really like the idea of Krillin and Gohan having to face off against one of the Saiyans, he doesn't really have much choice in the matter, with Vegeta setting his sights on him. As in the original, Goku and Vegeta face off in the wastelands, Goku using his Kaioken technique to get the upper hand, causing Vegeta to attempt to destroy the Earth, leading to the infamous beam clash, with Goku coming out on top. In a blind rage, Vegeta transforms to his Grade 8 form, crushing Goku's body, leaving him unable to fight. As Vegeta begins to celebrate his victory, he is knocked to the ground by a powerful blow. It's Shallot, in his Grade 8 form, attempting to restrict Vegeta to give Krillin a chance to take out his tail. Even with what strength he has left, it isn't enough, and Vegeta breaks free from his hold and begins to beat on him. Vegeta berates and questions Shallot for betraying him, to which Shallot answers with spite in his voice that he'd have to be a fool to continue fighting for Vegeta after he's seen what he did to Nappa. While distracted by Shallot's words, Vegeta is unaware of Krillin, who is charging up a full power Destructo Disc, aiming for the Saiyan's tail. Before he can catch on, Shallot bear hugs Vegeta, allowing for his tail to get cut off, causing him to revert to his base. In a panicked fury, Vegeta destroys the artificial moon, causing Shallot to revert as well. While the two continue their fight, Goku calls out to Krillin, confused by what is going on, and questions why the invaders are fighting each other. Krillin explains that Shallot offered to leave Earth if they help him defeat Vegeta. Goku, understanding the advantage they have, passes on the remaining Spirit Bomb energy to Krillin, allowing him to take aim at the Saiyan. Shallot is nearing death as he attempts to fight back against Vegeta's bloodthirsty rage, Just as Vegeta is about to land the final blow, a white-hot burning sensation fills his body as he is sent flying into the sky. Because of Vegeta's anger, he overlooked the rest of the other fighters, allowing Krillin to land the Spirit Bomb without issue. With Shallot out of commission and barely conscious, everything plays out as it did in the original. Vegeta is allowed to leave the Earth at Goku's request, leaving Shallot at the mercy of the Earthlings. Krillin thinks they should just leave him there, before Gohan says they should help him since Shallot did the same thing for them. Ultimately, they decide to nurse Shallot back to health, allowing him to leave whenever he's able to. After a month of recovering, Krillin and the others discuss the plan to travel to Namek and use their Dragon Balls to bring back everyone who died in the fight for Earth. Popo informs our heroes about the ship Kami used to arrive on Earth, allowing Bulma to take a look in hopes of having her repair it. Finally, everyone who's able-bodied arrives at Kame House, ready for the long road ahead. Gohan suggests that Shallot come along for the trip, but is ultimately told that due to his injuries, he has to wait for a senzu bean before making a full recovery. And with that, the story continues on his original route with Gohan and Krillin's adventures on Namek. Within a week of waiting, Goku and Shallot receive their senzu beans. Goku gears up and ready to take the custom-made ship by Capsule Corp to meet up with the others before he's stopped by Shallot, who asks to accompany him on his journey to Namek. But before he can explain himself further, Goku agrees without issue, telling Shallot that his reasons are his business, and that he's helped them so far, so he sees no reason to not allow him on their mission. With a smile and a nod, the two Saiyans enter the spaceship, taking off and making their way to planet Namek. During their travels, Shallot and Goku use a built-in gravity chamber to train, boosting their power for the trials they will face. The ship lands on Namek during Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin's battle against the Ginyu Force. Without wasting time, Goku and Shallot rush the battlefield, saving the others from Raccoon's finishing move. While Goku begins to hand out senzu beans to the injured fighters, Shallot easily dismantles Raccoon, leaving everyone present astonished at the power at display, Vegeta more so than anyone else. Vegeta, the Prince of Saiyans, the strongest of the Saiyan trio, has just bore witness to someone who was beneath him all his life effortlessly defeat someone who did the same to him. How could this be? While Vegeta is lost in thought, the rest of the Ginyu Force descend upon the fighters before Goku steps up to challenge the last two members on his own. Within a blink of an eye, Burter is crippled and Jace flees heading for Captain Ginyu's location, leaving the Z fighters to discuss their next move. Vegeta attempts to finish off Raccoon and Burter but is stopped by Shallot, who kicks him away. With Shallot's training, in addition to doing said training at 100 times Earth's gravity, his power level comfortably sits at 100,000, but with Vegeta's recent Zenkai boost, he sits around a power level of 500,000. By the way, this could be supported by Vegeta being able to fight a first form Frieza without actually training or getting another Zenkai boost between now and then. If you don't believe me, I'll show some panels up on screen showing it. But anyway, let's get back to it. Even with this difference in power, Shallot doesn't shy away from challenging Vegeta, vowing to make him pay for what he did to Raditz. He just scoffs at him, asking why he would ever care about a useless meathead such as him, causing Shallot to bare his teeth in anger. Shallot proclaims that even if that was the case, he was one of them, and that he didn't deserve a death as cruel as the one he was given. Before the two squabble continue any further, Ginyu and Jace arrive, ready to finish what they started. As in the original, Vegeta uses this to escape the battlefield, heading for Frieza's ship. Shallot attempts to give chase, but is ultimately stopped by Goku, who says that he can wait and that they need to focus on the fight ahead. Coming to his senses, he agrees, and changes his attention to Jace, while Goku readies himself against the leader of the Ginyu Force. Shallot takes Jace out of the fight relatively quickly, allowing him to fight with Goku against Ginyu. In a last-ditch effort, Ginyu attempts to switch bodies with Goku, but is ultimately foiled by Shallot's intervention, allowing the two Saiyans to defeat the captain of the Ginyu Force. Without much time to lose, everyone present makes their way towards Vegeta, meeting in front of the Frieza's spaceship. Shallot and Goku steps up to face the evil prince, Goku leading the charge as Shallot flanks Vegeta, marking the beginning of their fight. Try as they might, as they are now, none of them are able to land a hit on Vegeta, getting speed blitzed at every turn. As the fighters put some distance between themselves, Goku tells his partner to allow him to finish this. Knowing what he means by this, Shallot retreats to a nearby cliff face to watch as Goku uses his Kaioken technique. Using Kaioken times 10, Goku's power comfortably sits around 1 million, allowing the Saiyan to make quick work of Vegeta. But before he can land the final blow, the prince makes a deal with the pair, saying that if they kill them now, they won't stand a chance against Frieza. Shallot interjects as he touches down, claiming that taking down Frieza won't be necessary if they just use the Dragon Balls before he returns, causing Vegeta to laugh. Even Shallot knows deep down that a fight with the tyrant is almost unavoidable. Vegeta requests that he is placed in one of the Frieza's healing tanks, so he can fully recover. Even with both of the fighters unsure, Shallot knows how terrifying Frieza can be, causing the two to agree to Vegeta's plan and placing him in a recovery pod. While in the medical room, Shallot spots one more functional pod, telling Goku to step inside since he got the worst of it during their battle. Agreeing, the Saiyan is placed inside, beginning the recovery process. Gohan and Krillin stand outside awaiting their return when an unexpected visitor appears. It's Dende, telling them that they must use the Dragon Balls now or their chance will soon be gone. With haste, Krillin gathers up the Dragon Balls while Gohan retrieves Shallot. With everything in place, Dende begins to chant and summons Porunga. The first two wishes stay the same, with Krillin wishing for Piccolo to be revived and brought to Namek. When they land on their final wish, Shallot speaks up, asking if they can bring back Nappa, to everyone's shock. Krillin is against this idea, saying they should use their wish for something else, which causes Shallot to argue that with the power he has now, he can keep Nappa in check, and that they will never return to Earth again. Before they can come to a decision, Porunga vanishes, and the Dragon Balls drop back down to stone. The Grand Elder of Namek, Guru, has passed away, leaving everyone present confused. Before anyone can react, a looming presence make themselves known. It's the Emperor of the Universe, Frieza, filled with right-hot rage at the sight before him. Shallot readies himself against the strongest person he's ever faced, while everyone can just stare in horror at the monstrous power before them. As our warriors begin to face their final challenge, we must conclude this part of What If Shallot Was Canon. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like and subscribing for more of what you've seen today. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like, subscribing, and commenting. If you want a suggestion for what other what ifs I should do, please leave them in the comments or, tag me on some socials. With that, I hope everyone has a good day or night wherever you are. Happy holidays if it's the time, and I'll see you guys next time.